To be successful in 2013, to achieve your dreams, you really need to have your goals in place right now. So we thought it would be great to learn from one of our star diamond coaches who's had a very successful business. 7-star diamond coach, Trina Gray, all the way from Alpena, Michigan, way up there. You really made 2012 a great year, but it started with setting some goals. Fair statement?
Very fair statement. Goals is one of my favorite topics, Jeff, so thank you so much for having me here to talk to you about it today.
Well, we've got a whole bunch of coaches out there that are maybe brand new to the business, but let's talk just a little bit about goals. Just start out. To you, what is a goal? What's an effective goal?
A goal is taking something that most people consider to be a wish. Oh, I wish my health were different. I wish my life were different. I wish I had a different career. I wish I had a different house. It's taking those wishes out of the wishing well, stop dropping pennies, start putting legs on your wishes and turn them into goals, real, actionable, achievable goals.
So there's all kinds of goals, right? Now we're here obviously representing Beachbody, but we don't stand alone just as a company. People have lives. So how do you coach a new coach about positioning their Beachbody goals with their life goals?
Oh, great question. I think one of the questions I get asked the most by my coaches is how do you balance your life, Trina, and how do you balance all of these different goals? So what I like to tell people straight up is that I don't walk around on a balance beam balancing all my goals perfectly. The idea is that you have goals in different areas of your life, whether it's family, finances, career, your own fitness, your health, your spirituality. Know what kind of goals you want in your life and then set specific goals to meet each area of your life. The way that you know that if you're on track, can you see all those areas that are important to you in your life in front of you? Maybe one takes a lead. Maybe fitness is really rocking and your business is lagging. Maybe you're really doing great on your business, but your family is a step behind. As long as you know what matters to you, what goals are important to you, make sure they're in front of you and not in your rearview mirror.
So what happens when you have a goal over here and you have a goal over here and they really don't align very well? What do you do with that kind of situation?
Yeah, you need to look at your goals and figure out which one's more important to you. You certainly cannot say that you want to have lots and lots of free time and you want to read 100 new novels this year and be a 5-star diamond. You have to figure out what really matters to you, and does one goal make some of the other goals more possible?
Okay, so you talk about having these goals in front of you, not behind you. Now, I know you're talking more figuratively, but how do you really crystallize those goals so they're in front of you, so they're clear, and something that you can create accountability around?
Absolutely. Well, no goal is real until you do two things. You've got to write it down, and you've got to vocalize it. So in my life, I write all my goals for the year down. You can use your leader roadmap. There's so many ways to mark down your goals in this business.
Good plug.
You can also vocalize, and you should vocalize your goals. So for me in my life, I will tell my husband, Jeff, what my goals are for the year.
Not this Jeff.
Not this Jeff.
Not this Jeff.
He's a shipwreck archaeologist.
Wow.
He's got one up on you there.
He's got two up on me there.
So for my goals, I have to write them down, but I have to tell him about them. I want to make this statement clear. Just because you vocalize your goals to other people in your life doesn't mean that they must have the same exact goals. You don't need others to validate your goals. You need to share them with people in your life so they know where you are going. So if I tell my husband I want to achieve 10-star and I want to pay off our cottage, I want to pay off debt, or I want to achieve something in particular, I'm telling him to make it more real to me, and I'm telling him so he knows where I want us to go, but I'm not asking others to validate my goals. And that's just something to know as a coach, that not everyone wants what you want, but you've got to be clear about what you want.
Okay, so let's start to narrow in a little bit just on the Beachbody business, understanding there's lots of other opportunities out there for goal setting. A brand new coach out there says, you know, Trina, I really would love to be a diamond by Summit. How would you approach that new coach, or how would you coach them?
Absolutely. There's so many great resources out there in the Team Beachbody Network, in the back office, so many trainings, the weekly call. First and foremost, I want to know, why does this person want to be Diamond by Summit? So before I can delve them into all of the resources that are available to help them understand how to set up a challenge group, understand how to coach their challengers, I need them to know, why did you just pick that goal? So sometimes when you ask people what's their burning why, they look at you kind of blankly because they haven't been asked that before. So an easier way to get to it, kind of backdoor it, would be to say to somebody, what would having another $50 a week do for you? Well, what about $500 a week? What would that do for you? And then when you actually connect that specific item, so say it's they would take a family vacation, then I get into, all right, well, what would that be like to tell your family that you achieved enough in this business to take them on vacation? How would that feel to you? Where would you take them? What would their reaction be? And now becoming a diamond is great, but it's a lot greater when it actually fits into your life and has emotion and experience attached to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's kind of the concept of anchoring your goals to something. Is that a fair statement?
That is a very fair statement. You can anchor your goals to something more than achieving diamond in the business is amazing, and it's great recognition, and it's something to be very proud of. But it means even more when it's tied to something that's specific to your family, to your life, to your own emotion. So saying to somebody, "I'd love for you to reach diamond, and I'd love for you to reach it," also because you mentioned that being able to spend more time with your family mattered to you, and if you had that financial freedom, you'd be able to do that.
Okay, so that's step number one, you said. So the first part is to really find out why they wanted to set that goal. And you said there were two things that you would...
Yes, so number one is why do they want to set that goal? Once you know that, they're clear about it, you're clear about it. The second thing is to build accountability around them so they cannot fail. And what I mean by that is if they're accountable to being on the national coach call, if they're accountable to being on our team call, if they're accountable, if they have an accountability buddy on our team, if they're accountable to achieving, to setting up their challenge and inviting people to their challenge. So I have them tell me where they want to go, and then I build accountability around them so they truly cannot fall off.
Let's talk about a couple more things. Obstacles to goals. Everyone's going to have obstacles. How do you deal with those in the business?
I know this sounds funny, but truly you should embrace, expect, and even celebrate obstacles. When you encounter an obstacle and you overcome it, you work yourself through it, you bulldoze through it, you become a stronger leader. What kind of obstacles are coaches going to see in this business? Somebody's going to cancel their home direct.
Right.
Somebody's going to return something. Somebody's going to drop off your team. Somebody's going to say no to being in your challenge group or being on your team. That's just one step closer to achieving more success. If you're getting no's, if you're getting obstacles, that means you're on the journey.
Now, Success Club, big piece of this. So we're right at the beginning of the year. We need to wrap up here. But as you start to look at Success Club and someone says, how do I get started now? What do I do? This thing's going to end here in another half an hour. What do I do next?
Right. The first thing I tell my coaches is that you absolutely 100%, you've heard it before, but I'll say it again, you have to be a product of the product. You cannot be out there talking health and wellness, Shakeology, DVDs, fitness programs if you're not believing in that lifestyle yourself. Once you have that, you're on the journey, whether or not you're at your ideal weight or not, no one cares. Get on the journey. Then be willing to invite people to participate in your business in one of two ways, as a customer in your challenge or as a coach on your team.
Trina, just in a wrap-up, if you've got 30 seconds to say to the coaches, man, if you want to be successful at goal setting, if you want to achieve your dreams, what would you say to them?
Well, in 30 seconds, what I can tell you is that 2 years ago, I didn't see myself as an elite coach. I didn't consider myself a star diamond coach or someone who would ever qualify for a cruise. And what I did was decide. I decided, why not me? Someone's going to be at that level. Someone's going to be leading a team. Someone's going to be helping end the trend of obesity in an impactful, powerful way. Why not me? So I'm saying to you coaches, before you start writing down your goals, see yourself as a successful person that you want to be. Once you believe in that success and you believe that you're deserving of the success that you truly are, then start getting those goals down on paper. Start leading challenges. Start inviting people to your business. Start stepping into the leadership role that we desperately want and need for you in this company. Coaches out there, this trip is meant for you. It's meant for you. It's meant for your family and your coaches to go and celebrate this powerful mission that you're a part of.
Awesome, Trina. Well, thank you. I couldn't say it better myself, but hey, thanks for coming all the way out here from Alpena, and we'll see you on the cruise.
All right.